Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Righteous Randy. Today we're going to be cooking up the tomatoes that we harvested this week, and we're going to be making a banging ass sauce. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to core each tomato out, get that core out as quickly as possible because we got a lot to go through today, and then chop it into quarters. The next thing we want to do is we want to get our stove turned on here. You want it to be about there. And first thing we're going to do for the base of our sauce is we're going to throw some olive oil in. Doesn't really matter how much, I kind of feel it out based on how many tomatoes I have. And this is just store-bought classic olive oil, that's what you want to use. The next step is you want to get your garlic ready. So you cut it on this end, kind of peel, cut, peel. What you want to do is take a big knife now and squash that down. Next thing we want to do is take that garlic and pour it on in. Then we want to come over here and we want to get some thyme. This is some thyme that we grew in the backyard here. Right here we want to take off just one little sprig at a time. Toss that in there. Okay, after we get a lot of loose sprigs, we're just going to take this whole thing and toss it in there. Okay, next we want to cut these onions into pieces about that big. Just cut them up, be nice and liberal here. We don't want to have to cut too many pieces out of this, but enough to kind of dice it up a little bit. Now we're going to take these onions and toss them all into the sauce. Get all those onions in the sauce there. Yeah. What you want to do is take these tomatoes and take off the tops if they're still on there. And you want to go ahead and just stick your knife in around the core, cut around it. Get that core out of there. Place it off to the side. And then cut each tomato into quarters, just like so. You see here, we're just going to dump all those tomatoes right on in there and keep on going. Now as you get each cutting board filled up with those cut tomatoes, go ahead and just dump them on into that sauce. Oh my god, this is starting to smell so good. We're at about a medium heat now, and we're going to cook this out for another hour and 40 minutes, but before we do that, we're going to add some tomato paste to this. We're going to take an entire can of the small sauce. Okay, now we got our tomato paste in here, so we're going to stir this up. Okay guys, it's been about an hour and 10 minutes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to throw lots of sea salt in there, and we're also going to throw lots of black pepper in there to pepper it on up, season it on up. We're almost there. Everything's liquefying, and we're just cooking a little bit of the water out of here at this point. Just getting some of that water that came in with the tomatoes. And then we're going to be done in 22 minutes. I can't wait to taste this. Yeah! Okay folks, it's time for the final step here. We're about 15 minutes out from total completion, but we're going to wrap her up now. We're going to throw in some Parmesan cheese. That's going to flavor it up. We're totally done. So what we're going to do at this point is we're going to let the sauce just sit here for a while with no heat and do its thing. And that'll do it for us here in Righteous Randy. Thank you so much for hanging out with me in the kitchen today. Remember, gardening, cooking, great things for your mind, body, and soul. Thank you so much. You have a beautiful day.